7 US states that are great for surviving the apocalypse. First, Montana. The biggest advantage is low population density. You have more space, more public land, more hunting, fishing, and outdoor resources. They have permitless concealed carry, broad stand your ground protections, and zero restrictions on standard magazine capacities or semi-automatic features. Texas is another major one. Texas has its own power grid, major agriculture, cattle, fuel refining, and a huge veteran population. It has problems like heat, drought, and big cities, so I'm not saying it's perfect, but if you're looking at energy, food, and people with practical skills, Texas has a lot of advantages. Texas is also highly permissive with constitutional carry and broad gun rights. West Virginia is underrated. It has heavy forest cover, cheap land compared to a lot of the country, and a strong Appalachian self-reliance culture. Canning, hunting, firewood, gardening, and living with less are not new ideas there. A lot of people still know how to do those things. Idaho is another one preppers talk about for a good reason. You have mountains, water resources, lower density areas, and a big self-reliant culture. Some parts are getting expensive, especially around the Boise and northern Idaho, but the geography is strong. Water, space, and community matter more than most people realize. There's constitutional carry statewide, no state level registration, and full allowance of open and concealed carry without a permit for residents and non-residents. Tennessee has a big advantage because of the Tennessee Valley Authority and electric power. In a serious grid problem, areas with hydro have a more realistic chance of getting local power restored compared to places that depend completely on fuel deliveries. Tennessee also has no state income tax, decent growing conditions, and a lot of rural land. Alaska is the next one. It's not for everyone, but it's probably the best example of real off-grid living already happening. Remote communities already deal with supply issues, fuel shortage, barter, hunting, fishing, and isolation. The downside is obvious: brutal winters, high costs, and distance. It also features permitless firearms carry and loose regulatory oversight. Missouri, especially the Ozarks, is one of the most overlooked. You have caves, springs, fresh water, forests, and a lower disaster profile compared to places dealing with hurricanes or major western wildfires. The Ozarks also have that independent rural culture that can matter a lot in a long-term emergency.